first color is called Gargantuan Green Grape. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you'll know that OPI had reformulated Gargantuan Green Grape there in like 3 years ago. And they reformulated it to be this like light blue. I found this at Target, and I actually more recently found the original color Gargantuan Green Grape. So I think this was just kind of like a mishap batch for like a year or so, but I kept it because it's actually a very pretty blue color. It's a really light, slightly minty toned blue cream. And although it is called Gargantuan Green Grape, I don't really consider it to be Gargantuan Green Grape. It's kind of just like a mistake polish. So yeah, that's the first coat of the second version of our Gargantuan Green Grape. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of this second version of Gargantuan Green Grape. It does build okay. It's kind of a pastel color, so I don't really expect it to have the best coverage. I will tell you right now, this one I actually kept over a Venice color called Gelato on my mind. It was also a blue light cream color, and the colors were just like so similar that I destashed Gelato on my mind a couple of weeks ago, but kept this one. So that is the second coat of the second version of Gargantuan Green Grape. So I'm going to go in now with the third coat of the second version of Gargantuan Green Grape. And you can see that this pretty much covers fully on the nail with the third coat. It's not a color that you want to manipulate too much on the nail because, as you could see when I was kind of stroking over it, it did get a little bit patchy on the nail. That is an issue that I had with Gelato on my mind as well from the Venice collection. These light pastel blues can be a little bit tough to work with, so it's kind of one of those things that I deal with pastel colors in general until I find a good one. So this is 3 coats of Gargantuan Green Grape. So this one I am going to destash. It's just not formula-wise where I want it to be. And I have maybe another light pastel blue that I can use instead of this. I don't wear this tone all that often though, so this is going in the destash pile. So this color is called Go On Green. It's another color I kind of don't remember purchasing, and I don't remember what collection it was from. This color is very, very sheer. It has a sort of green turquoise shimmer flash to it, and is not opaque in one coat. So yeah, it's a really pretty color. It kind of reminds me of this color that I got from Old Navy back when I was in like 4th grade. And it was like this shimmery light green, very similar to this, but yeah, this is Go On Green from OPI. So I'm gonna go in now with the second coat of Go On Green. I just Googled this color and I feel like I couldn't see any sort of hint of where, like what collection it was from. I did a Google image search and like no big bloggers came up either. So yeah, it's kind of like a mystery polish. It's very pretty though. In the second coat, it actually goes on pretty smooth. It doesn't go patchy or streaky or anything. It's just very, very sheer. So this is gonna be at least 3 coat nail polish. I'm going to go in now with the third coat of Go On Green. This reminds me actually a lot of See Ya Sailor, or See Ya Later Sailor, which I showed in my last video last week. This is the third coat, and you can see it actually goes pretty opaque. The shimmer comes out a lot stronger, and the blue base is actually very ethereal and very pretty. Color-wise, again, very similar to See Ya Later Sailor, and yeah, I don't know. Still a mystery polish to me. Still actually pretty easy to apply, but just not a color that I like remember putting into my collection. So that is the third coat. I'm gonna keep this for like a month and see what it looks like over some other colored bases. This is a color that would probably look really cool over a black or a dark blue. So I'm gonna keep it just to color test and see if I like it, and if I do, then I'm gonna keep it, but it's not a color that I initially want to keep because it's just not something that seems easy to work with. Like it's a 3-coat nail polish and it's sheer still, and it's just, you know, it's one of those things that you have to do multiple things on a manicure to get any like real good use out of it. But this is Go On Green. So this is Gone Gonzo. This is from the first Muppets collection. This is a clear base with a blue, like an aqua blue micro glitter and a silver hex. It's very similar in theme, I guess, to Getting Piggy with It and Fresh Frog of Bel-Air. And yeah, I'll reiterate again that collection was like half glitters and half shimmers and was actually a very nice collection. So this is the first coat of Gone Gonzo. So I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Gone Gonzo. And just like Fresh Frog of Bel-Air and Getting Piggy with It, this has actually a pretty good glitter pickup. So you can get pretty decent glitter coverage when you use this on its own instead of as a topper, but I think most people like to use it as a topper. I personally always use these glitters on their own and, you know, or most of the time used them on their own and did like a full glitter manicure with these. So that's why I am choosing to swatch them without a base. So that's the second coat of Gone Gonzo. I'm going to go in now with the third coat of Gone Gonzo, and this gets pretty much opaque glitter coverage without me having to soak my nails for about 10 minutes after swatching this. So I'm not going to do a fourth coat, but you get the idea. This color can go fully opaque if you want it to. So yeah, this is Gone Gonzo. So this one I am going to destash because I haven't used it in a while. Again, I'm just out of my glitter phase of my life. So yeah, this is going to be destashed and going to a good home. So this color is called No Room for the Blues. This is a classic blue cream from OPI. This was one of the first blue creams that I purchased from OPI. It is a mid-toned blue and it's on the brighter side. I think this was from like the first Brights collection. And yeah, it applies pretty evenly. It gives a good color base, but it builds pretty nicely as well. So that is the first coat of No Room for the Blues. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of No Room for the Blues. And this gets the color fully opaque. Again, this is one of those older OPI colors and formulas that it was just so easy to work with. Super bright, super saturated, and just a lovely nail polish. So that is 2 coats of No Room for the Blues. So this is going to be a to be determined destash decision. This is going to be compared to some other blue creams that I have, particularly from Zoya, before I decide fully to keep it or let it go. This color is called Teal, the Cows Come Home. This was one of my first OPI nail polishes. I bought it because it's called Teal, the Cows Come Home. This is a light sort of turquoisey shimmer color, and although it looks like it would apply really sheer, it actually has some good like color opacity to it. And I remember buying this and it was like the color that I wore for like 2 weeks straight when I first started collecting and hoarding OPI nail polish. So that's the first coat of Teal, the Cows Come Home. I'm gonna go in now with the second coat of Teal, the Cows Come Home. And you can see that this pretty much gets the color fully opaque, which is kind of a shock for me still after testing so many nail polishes, that a shimmery polish like this can be opaque in 2 coats, because they tend to be on the sheer and thinner side. So this is always like a lovely surprise whenever I use this nail polish. So that's 2 coats of Teal, the Cows Come Home. So this is another keep and see if I use it nail polish. I love this nail polish for like nostalgic reasons. I've just had it for so long and it's like a comforting polish to see on my nail rack, but I'm at the point where I need to kind of let go of those things and really just use things for their use and not keep them for nostalgic sake. So I'm going to see if I use this one over the next like 3 or 4 months, and if I don't, then it is going to get destashed. So this color is called Suzi Says Feng Shui. This was from the Hong Kong collection. This is the other color from the Hong Kong collection that I knew that I had to purchase because it is a teal cream color. It's a lighter teal, and it is another go-to Shark's Game color for me. It's a little bit, again, it's lighter than Ski Teal We Drop, So this is a little bit more of like a summer teal for me, or like a springtime Sharks Game sort of color for me. So yeah, this is Suzy Says Feng Shui. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Suzy Says Feng Shui, and this one gets fully opaque in 2 coats. This is a super easy nail polish to work with. It glides on so pretty and so easily, and it's very nice. I have like a lot of good memories and feelings about this nail polish, so I don't know. I don't have very much to say besides like I like it and it's a nice color. So that is 2 coats of Suzy Says Feng Shui. So this polish I am going to keep. Again, it's just like a go-to nail polish for me. I use it all the time and it's so easy to apply and it's so pretty. So yeah, staying in my stash. So this nail polish is called Ogre the Top Blue. This was from the Shrek collection. This is the darker blue from that collection. Sorry, I was like gathering my thoughts there for a second. This is sort of like, I don't know, I don't want to say it's a primary blue because it's not, but like it's a sky blue that's like that perfect middle tone of light blue. So it's not too light, it's not pastel, it's not neon, it's not super saturated, it's just that perfect mid-tone blue. It's not super cerulean, it's not like, I don't know. Anyway, it's blue. It's very, very blue, and it's a very unique shade of blue in my collection. So that's the first coat of Ogre the Top Blue. I'm gonna go in now with the second coat of Ogre the Top Blue, and this gets fully opaque in 2 coats. It does brighten up the color a little bit, and it kind of saturates it just a little bit, but not to the point where it gets like too bright or too saturated, you know? So that is 2 coats of Ogre the Top Blue. So this is another color that I'm going to keep to compare with other colors, particularly from Zoya, just to see where all of my blue creams land. So yeah, this is going in the maybe pile. So this color is called The Sky's the Limit, and this was from the Ford Mustang collection. They did like a commemorative 50-year anniversary, I think, collection for the Ford Mustang. This is the only one that I picked up from that collection because it reminded me a lot of Mermaid's Net, or Mermaid's Tail from like a summer collection in 2009, and also reminds me a lot of Charla. So I picked it up because, I mean, I had Charla. I have like so many bottles of Charla. I actually have like 3 bottles of Charla because I thought they were going to discontinue it, but I've gone through like 2-3 bottles of Charlotte already anyway. So for whatever reason, I felt like I needed to get this one because it was close to Mermaid's Tail. But anyway, I bought it anyway. This is a blue sheer toned color with a gold glass fleck running through it, so it looks sort of turquoisey on the nail. This is the first coat of the polish, and it applies pretty nicely. You get a nice decent color coverage. It's actually, again, surprisingly opaque for this type of nail polish. So I'm going to go in with the second coat, and this gets it pretty much fully opaque. I don't know, it's not much to say about this polish. This is a little bit more blue than Charla is, and Mermaid's Tail was, and it is, but it like still looks very similar. It's in the same vein of colors, the glass fleck shimmers. So yeah, that is 2 coats of The Sky's the Limit. So this is a really pretty color. It's very, very photogenic, but I have a lot of bottles of Charla, so I don't need this one. So this one is going to be destashed. This color is called Swimsuit Nailed It. This is a really gorgeous like Christmas ornament blue foil, and this was from the, what is it called? Miss America collection. I want to say in like 2010. They did a couple of mini Miss America collections, but I feel like this one was the first one. This one is one of my favorite blues from OPI because it's just a stunning and fairly opaque foil, and it has the most beautiful depth to it. This is the first coat, and you can see that it goes on, again, pretty opaque and has a really gorgeous deep blue finish to it. So that's the first coat. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Swimsuit Nailed It, and this will get the polish pretty much fully opaque, and you get that just depth of shimmer and the color gets a little bit more saturated and a little bit darker, but the shimmer pops out just so beautifully. This is a phenomenal color on a tanner skin tone. Ishani wears it once in a while and it's just, it looks great on her. But it's one of those colors I think that would look good on pretty much anyone. I think it looks amazing on a deeper and tanner skin tone though. So that is Swimsuit Nailed It. So this polish I am going to keep because it's just, it's so pretty. It's so easy to work with. It's a very unique blue to my collection, tone wise and finish wise. And I'm in love with it. This is again the point in the video after swatching 10 blue nail polishes that my fingers just look like they're frozen or dying. This is the last polish today. It is called Blue Chips, and this is a color that actually I think Sarah sent me, and I believe this was like an Ulta exclusive or it was a Canada exclusive. Either way, it is a blue with a scattered hollow in it, and the blue is sort of like a cerulean. It's a little bit on the darker side, not quite a primary blue, and the hollow is very, very pretty. It's again, it's not a linear hollow, it is a scattered shimmer hollow, but it does pop out really nicely in the nail polish. So that's the first coat of Blue Chips. I'm gonna go now with the second coat of Blue Chips, and this gets it actually surprisingly opaque in 2 coats. The base has a little bit of a jelly, not quite a jelly because it doesn't actually dry glossy, but it just has like a slightly translucent base. So this is a polish that is going to need a base coat if you own it or if you end up looking for it, or not a base coat, a top coat. So just keep that in mind if you are somebody that is interested in this nail polish. So that is 2 coats of Blue Chips. So this polish is another, I'm going to keep it just to see what other colors I have in my stash. Again, I have some scattered hollows from Zoya that I want to compare this to, and then some indie colors as well. So this is Blue Chips. So that is this week's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, if you could give it a thumbs up, that would totally make my day. If you could subscribe, that would also totally make my day. I hope you guys are doing well. I have a couple of videos coming up during the week. And so yeah, I hope you guys are excited for that. If you have any video requests, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys soon.